I said when we became a team and got elected that the vice president's going to be the last person in the room. She didn't realize that means she gets every assignment.
It is so strange to see clips like this when we're in the middle of an election season and both candidates are talking about the last 4 years, but only one candidate has actually been on office the last 4 years. All right, let's jump in. Hope you enjoy. For the last, I would say, 4 years, or let's say narrow in on the last 2 years to be fair, there has been a big uprising conversation about immigration. You hear stories of like Springfield, Ohio, places in DC, Florida, New York, where there are more and more people coming to these places, inhabiting it. Um, and inhibiting, I don't know, why not? And we all keep asking the same question. Whose fault is this? What happened? Why? When did we get to this place? How did we get to this place? And during this election year, this conversation has been between Kamala and Trump, Biden, this and that. What is real? Let's look at the rest of this clip. This was the assignment. This assignment was March 24th, 2021. And this is definitive proof that Kamala was put in charge of the border. Check it out.
But the vice president and I and all of us here have been working very hard to pass the legislation that is going to beat this virus as well as get people back to work and change their prospects. And so she's traveling all over the country working that. In addition to that, there's about 5 other major things she's handling, but I've asked her, the VP today, because she's the most qualified person to do it, to lead our efforts with Mexico and the Northern Triangle and the countries that help. We're going to need help in stemming the movement of so many folks stemming the migration to our southern border. So this new surge we're dealing with now started with the last administration, but it's our responsibility to deal with it humanely and to stop what's happening. And so this increase has been consequential, but the vice president's agreed, among the multiple other things that have her leading, and I appreciate it, agreed to lead our diplomatic effort and work with those nations to accept the returnees and enhance migration enforcement at their borders. We're already talking with Mexico about that. She's already done that. We're going to be dealing with a full team now that we have to be able to deal with the problem here at home, but also to deal with it now in terms of in country. And I can think of nobody who's better qualified to do this than this is a woman who ran the second largest Attorney General's office in America after the United States Attorney General in the state of California, and has done a great deal upholding human rights, but also fighting organized crime in the process. So it's not her full responsibility and job, but she's leading the effort, because I think the best thing to do is to put someone who, when he or she speaks, they don't have to wonder about, is that where the president is? When she speaks for me, doesn't have to check with me, she knows what she's doing, and I hope we can move this along. So, Madam Vice President, thank you. I gave you a tough job, and you're smiling, but there's no one better capable of trying to organize this for us.
Well, thank you, Mr. President, and for having the confidence in me. And there's no question that this is a challenging situation. As the President has said, there are many factors that lead President to leave these countries. And while we are clear that people should not come to the border now, we also understand that we will enforce the law, and that we also, because we can chew gum and walk at the same time, must address the root causes that cause people to make the trek, as the president has described, to come here. And I look forward to engaging in diplomacy with government, with private sector, with civil society, and the leaders of each in El Salvador, Guatemala, and Honduras to strengthen democracy and the rule of law and ensure shared prosperity in the region. We will collaborate with Mexico and other countries throughout the Western Hemisphere. And as part of this effort, we expect that we will have collaborative relationships to accomplish the goals the president has and that we share. I also look forward to working with members of the Congress who I think share our perspective on the need to address root causes for the migration that we've been seeing. And needless to say, the work will not be easy, but it is important work. It is work that we demand and the people of our countries, I believe, need to help stem the tide that we have seen.
The following took place following that assignment, which was given on March 24th, 2021. At the end of the day, the proof is in the pudding. And that's what we have to look at. You know, what are the outcomes of the things that were decided on for two candidates that are both asking to lead the next 4 years of our lives? And to be honest with you, I can't imagine anything more important to think about when it comes to the future of the place that we call home, America. All right, if you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing to the channel. Over and out. Bye, guys.